What are we doing, Seth?
I know there is a day all my pains will go away. Till then, I party away.
You know, so you want to ask yourself, why did he die? What happened to Mobad? What happened to him? It's quite sad, and I see Nigerians and these fans all over the world that are angry, want to know why, and all this passion and everything. But you see, this is what these speculations are, rather. And they are speculations, like I said. Some said, well, he signed his life away when he went to sign for a record label that has so much commandments. Maybe some of them are pretty weird and discreet and secret, and you don't want to hear it out. But out of desperation from artists, most times they fall for it, and maybe you don't really read through about what you are about to sign, okay, which we should, and maybe you even read through it. But because you want to go out there and prove your stuff, you got so much in you and all that passion and everything, and zoom, you sign off. You now sign, you get the deal, you're happy, you are out there, you become a star, and everything looks good. Then when you are asked to do some of the things that was required of you when you signed, and you're like, what? What? And all of that, you realize that you can't do them, you want to back out, and you can't. And when you do, you get hunted. In some cases, that's what happens. In other cases, maybe not that bad. But all in all, when you are signing the dotted line in anything, please read through everything. And just because you're desperate, I'm not saying this is what happened in this situation, but for the most part, even in America, major recording labels, they have a lot of things that you sign off on. And if you don't read through them, maybe through your lawyer or maybe you or whatever, and it will come at the time, it's going to come to you, and if you don't meet such expectations, crazy things are happening, according to teams. All right, so in this case, there were speculations that, when he now decided wanted to leave his record label, there were issues coming up. I remember videos were coming out much later when he was complaining. Even one or two of his tracks was talking about, like something's going to happen to him, or, calling God and everything. And apparently he got no help from anywhere. He couldn't escape. And, the eventuality happened. Now, these are speculation. We don't know what really happened. We are outsiders. You don't know what happens behind closed doors. But all in all, for major artists, like I said, even the ones in America, sometimes these artists come out to tell them how they were defrauded by their record label, how you cannot trust them, and they end up in penury, or they can't just do what is asked of them by the record label, maybe called stuff or whatever, they back out. Even in Hollywood, they are everywhere. The minute you sign that thing, you are really no more independent. You're more like a slave now. Even though you are getting all the limelight, you are getting all the shine and everything. But, at the back end, a lot of things happen that we fans don't know. We just enjoy the music, but you don't know what happened behind closed doors. So speculations are right there that, look, in this case, it might just be it. There are speculations that the owner of the record label was against him when they decided to go solo, when he was threatening to leave the label. And speculations are out there, say maybe the parents knew about it, and they couldn't do anything about it, or, so many stuff. What I'm just saying, even though you're desperate, regardless of whatever you want to achieve in life, if you're signing anything, take your time, read through it, don't get carried away, make sure you know what you're doing, or you're going to ask yourself later, what am I doing, Seth? That's the truth. If you want to avoid that kind of question, you better know what you're signing. It could be you're signing your life away. So there was an autopsy that was done to this young man. Hopefully the results will come out, and if it will, because, my dear, you know what's going on. There's a lot of things happening out there if you make an agreement with someone or anything, all right? So I really feel for the family. I saw some videos about the mom, both crying, lamenting, the father and everything. There are even speculations that maybe the father even knows what's going on right from the get-go. I don't know. You tell me, but it's so sad to hear that, a promising, talented young man, is dead. And it's just unfortunate that it's happening. I see that, like I said, the fans all over the world are all trying to fight for justice for this young man. And hopefully there will be justice. The truth will come out. And I mean, this is just an example. There are so many artists like that, be it in music, acting, or otherwise, where they've signed some documents that they regret today. They just can't say it. Some of them can't live with it. Some of them can, in very, very mysterious ways. And it's unfortunate. In this case, there was a life taken. And, you know, I don't know what to say. I just feel bad for the music industry, really. And that an artist have to go through all of this. And it's not just a good story to tell at all. Whether you're an artist or you are in form of what kind of entertainment, just if you cannot sponsor yourself, which in most cases, that's what happens. And you see in the dotted lines in a way, no matter how attractive it is. I mean, you look at even our banks. Before you go and get a loan or anything, they give you a paper to sign. You know, you look online, they give you all the rules. Hey, take your time. Read through those things so that they don't come to bite you later. That's just the way it is, you know. Because, you know, as much as people want to help you, is the intent that matters, and that is what makes it different. So you have to really read the intention of whatever you're trying to sign to really know what the objectives are, if it's aligned with you, and if you can meet up to it. If not, be patient, keep trying what you're doing in your own little way until you find what you know suits you. If you are desperate and you are in a hurry, you understand, I mean, you don't want to be a victim. That's just the way it is. So when I heard about this young man, he had some nice hits, you know, and everything was, you know, he sounded so promising, just like every other artist that's been coming out, blowing the whole world by storm and everybody's happy. And you don't want it to end like, nobody wants, you know, anything for anyone to end this way. This is just the memory of this young man, Mobad. And hopefully we don't get to see or hear things like this happen again. And there will be more understanding in whatever contracts that we try to put our hands on, you know, in anything agreement. I mean, even in the Bible, anything that has to do with agreement, sometimes it has the blood agreement that's involved in it. You know, it's not just the ink. So it's deep when it comes to agreeing, all right, with someone, talk less of signing it as a proof of the agreement. So we just need to be careful. Until we hear the autopsy, if you guys have heard it already, please drop in the comments, share the information, let's know what really happened. There were speculations as well that when they was buried alive. We don't even know how true that is. But there was a video that came out, they saw some fresh blood in the grave, you know, so crazy stuff. Some of them speculations were like they took out some of his intestines and no. What are we doing, Seth? All right, so it's just drastic, it's just sad, really, that all these speculations and the loss of life for something that's supposed to be an entertaining industry. You know, you now hear something that is totally opposite. All right, so let's just be careful out there. You know, and put God first, regardless. You know, we know that no one is perfect, yes, but let's just try and remember that we should be dependent on God to make our life better. Immediately you do that, you just might get most things right. Okay, that goes to everybody, even if you are a record label holder or not. Well, this is all I have to say about Mobad. I hope he rests in peace, and I just wish the family well. They be able to. I know it's very, very difficult. They are going through difficult times at this point, but I wish them the best. If there's anything we can do from here, let us know, and we just keeping on. Hopefully, it gets better for other artists and upcoming artists. Hey, take this and. You know, before you sign anything, your manager, your lawyer, make sure you just take your time, get a professional, read through it. Don't just agree for agreement's sake, no matter how palatable the contract might look or sound. You just have to be sure what you're doing so that you start and you start well, so that you can have a good sleep without thinking of anything bad. So sorry for Mobad, but I hope he rests in peace. This is just dedicated to him. And actually for all the artists that are involved in any agreement, you know, out there to just know what they're doing, just be careful. All right? Okay. Always remember, do unto others what you want others to do unto you. Take care, folks. We'll talk again. Bye-bye.
What are we doing, Seth?